Today I'm going to be putting my Stealth driver up against the brand new Qi35. I'm going to be hitting 15 shots each with them. I really want to just go through all the data, make sure that this is a quality product that people need to buy and that this is outdated. Okay, let's go over looks. The Qi35, we'll start off with that. It is honestly probably my favorite looking driver I've ever seen in my life. I mean, the colors dark gray with the carbon fiber and the carbon fiber face and little green highlights out there. Like, they did a phenomenal job with this driver. Phenomenal job. The only thing I wish TaylorMade did every once in a while was get rid of that little, that little tiny TaylorMade logo right there and just make it blank. I think that would look so much better. But other than that, I think this is by far the best looking driver I've ever seen. It's a good one. And then for the Stealth, so the Stealth is a good looking driver. I don't love red. It's not my all-time favorite color. For this driver, it fits it very well because it has the new face. This is the first time they ever brought out the 60 layers of carbon fiber on the face, and so it suits the driver. And over the ball, I think it looks good. Again, with the TaylorMade logo, I do think it would I think all drivers just need to be blank on the top. I think it would look so much better. But I do think TaylorMade Qi35 took it with the looks. I mean, it looks phenomenal. Okay, so the Stealth driver still has the A-frame speed slot that they call it in the back here. It's supposed to be more aerodynamic. That way the wind does not affect it as your driver head comes down. It has that speed pocket still, which most of their drivers have that. It's a little gap right here that allows that hit off the face to just pound off and get extra distance and speed. And then they have this weight back here. I actually am not sure how much it weighs, but there's a little weight back here that's interchangeable. You can affect it. And again, this is the first time that they ever introduced the 60 times carbon fiber twist face, which this is 60 layers of carbon fiber. So it is very new technology that they added to this driver specifically. And I guess they were working on it for 20 years before they finally released it. And this is my driver, so this Bible verse, best Bible verse in the world right there. I'm just kidding, they're all very good, but that one is one of my favorites. But yeah, overall, very normal TaylorMade driver kind of setup here. Okay, the Qi35, this is just the normal standard one as well. This is a 3 gram weight, and this is a 13 gram weight back here. Both interchangeable, so you can add weight or take away weight, add weight or take away weight. Again, with the speed slot or a speed pocket, they made it a little bit wider right here, and I think a little bit longer as well. And so yeah, I'm not really sure exactly why they did that, but again, with the twist face carbon fiber, it still has 60 layers, just doesn't say it. And I believe this still does have the twist face on it, even though they stopped actually putting that on the face. And these little dots are actually really smart. So this is the fitting head, really tiny reflective dots that allow you to be able to work on a GC quad or 4 scopes or whatever I have. It picks up the data very well. That way you don't have to deal with the stickers, which is a really cool thing that they did. I think most drivers should do that for their fitting drivers. Yeah, it's a really good looking driver. I can't complain about this. Okay, real fast, let's look at the size comparison of these two drivers. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but this one is way wider. It's actually quite a bit wider than the Stealth, which I don't know how you guys like your driver heads, but I prefer the smaller driver head because it just looks better to me behind the ball. Yeah, so that's the size comparison. It's crazy. I'm going to get some numbers here for you guys. Hopefully it works and hopefully it helps you guys out. I'm going to be using the exact same shaft. It is a Tensai Black 65 gram extra flex or X flex, sorry. Yeah, I'm going to have them both set on standard. Stealth is going to be up first, 15 shots. What I'm really looking for is dispersion, spin rate, ball speed, also club head speed, because that does affect with changing the driver heads. Okay, now for 15 shots with the Qi35 standard. Time to start looking at dispersion. So all the red dots here, these are all the Stealth, and then the green dots are all the Qi35. Now as you can see, on average, the Qi35 is quite a bit shorter than the Stealth. Other than that one was just user error, that was terrible. I'm a lot more consistent with the Stealth than I am with the Qi35. The Qi35 kind of went like all over the place. But the Stealth is definitely more consistent. There are probably 1 or 2 dots back here, but I can't get rid of this stupid thing, so we're gonna have to live with it. Dispersion rate, the Stealth has it. Now for the numbers. We're gonna start off with the club data, get through that. So the red right there is the Stealth, that's the Qi35. So the club head speed average with the Stealth was a little under 2 miles an hour faster than the Qi35, which is actually kind of crazy because, I mean, it makes sense because the Qi35 has a little bit more weight in it, so it's going to be a little bit harder to swing. And again, guys, I'm no tour player, I'm no long driver. Those are not crazy numbers, but they're enough to make a difference, so hopefully this still helps. And then efficiency, I was actually hitting it a little bit better with the Stealth. I was getting more out of my shots with the Stealth than I was with the Qi35, which that's what that means. If you guys don't know what efficiency is, it's the same as the smash factor, which perfect smash factor is 1.50 with drivers. So I was getting really close with the Stealth and a little bit further away. I mean, they're pretty much the same, but it does make a difference, even at 0.01%. Okay, yeah, that is it for the club data. Now let's go to the ball data. Okay, same thing, top one Stealth, bottom one is Qi35. Ball speed, okay? I'm getting 3.1 miles an hour faster with the Stealth driver, which is actually crazy, but I'm going to explain why here in a minute. But that's quite a bit more than I was expecting, if I'm going to be honest. Now this is why those two numbers are what they are, because of the spin rate. So the spin rate with my Stealth is a little bit lower than the Qi35. That spin rate is pretty good, but I did have a lot of left shots, which is going to reduce the spin. So the spin rate with the Qi35 is a little bit more, which that's why it's supposed to be forgiving, is because the spin rate's so high, it's supposed to allow it to still, jump off the face, go on the fairway. The Qi35 standard is really made to hit fairways. That is what it's made for. It is not necessarily made for distance. The Stealth, on the other hand, was very unforgiving when it first came out. I mean, it still is unforgiving because it's the same driver, but a lot of players, used it because it was unforgiving, therefore it had less spin on it, therefore they could carry it further. I hope that makes sense, but spin rate is a big deal, and so the spin rate's a little bit more with the Qi35. Now for the numbers you guys all have been waiting to see. Look at that. That is a little over 7 miles an hour faster with my Stealth, which again, it could be the spin rate, but that's pretty crazy. That's quite a bit actually. And for the efficiency being that similar, and I'm getting that much more speed with my Stealth, I mean, guys, I don't know about you, but I'm just choosing Stealth all day long. And the total rollout, I was getting 300 out of 15 shots, 300 on average. I would gladly take that. 293 is not bad. You can play really good golf, and 7 yards difference. Let's be honest, that's not that crazy, but it is a whole club difference. That's the difference between a 9-iron and a pitching wedge right there. Okay, so after all that data, I honestly, I'm not that impressed with the Qi35. I mean, it's a great looking driver. It feels really good. I mean, I do enjoy hitting it, but it really is not that like good of a driver compared to some of the other ones. I mean, again, it is a good driver. They're all quality drivers, but I honestly, to spend $600 on a new driver and it to do that, I'm just gonna stick with my Stealth. Yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy that video. Hopefully it helped you guys be able to pick what kind of driver you want to put in your bag and if it is worth upgrading or not. It's your call though. Yeah, but hopefully this helps. Jesus loves you guys. I love you guys. Make sure you like and subscribe. That way I can do more content like this. And hopefully I get to see you guys soon.